Hello everyone and welcome back to Kingdom, to Crowns and to our single player run. Now I have finally started to upload the VOD from my co-op stream with Lady Shelab. They will be both going up into separate playlists to keep them nice and easy to tell apart, but they will be ideally going up daily, one episode from each. So keep an eye out there. But at the moment, I think things are going relatively well for us over here. I do want to expand out a little bit on the western border just to ensure the safety of my baker. I'm a little bit concerned about my baker, I'll be honest. Yes, please. I accept your coin. Thank you. Okay. I accept yours as well. Double thank you. Good old pikemen. Now, the pikemen will eventually lose their weapons. Those will wear down over time. And, well, as far as I can tell, it only wears down against... Ooh, I could push this wall out a little bit. Sure. Okay, let's get that wall driven out a little bit more. Well, also... Let me just have a quick peek. How far out does this go? The waterfall is gone, but I want to check which side is the dock and which side is the mountain. There we are. You can see in the background the mountainous rocks. So, okay, this is the side that we need to protect long term. In fact, we could even push the borders all the way up to that wall if we really wanted to. There's no particular reason not to, I'll be perfectly honest. So we might actually do that so that when we do launch an attack against that wall, it's super easy to do. And we can regularly launch attacks from there if we choose to. It'll only delay the inevitable. It'll damage the wall, break it down. And then in the future, the enemy will repair it. It takes about 2-3 days, something like that, for it to finish getting repaired. That's fine for the time being, I would say. That's not a big concern for me. But as a long-term strategy, you're going to hemorrhage units doing it like that. It is not the ideal strategy in my opinion. Let's get another 2 pikemen, because just 2. They will help us in getting more and more coins. Now, let's go and check on our baker over on this side. Make sure the baker is okay. That is a concern. And then come the morrow, we will push out a little bit. And the baker is still sat over there. Well done, baker. I approve. Sure, okay. Let's use our coins. Upgrade that. I'll grab some more from the merchant later. That'll be fine. We've got a lot of people over here. We just need to take care of the portal on this side. We might push out. We probably should, if I'm perfectly honest. It would ultimately be useful for us. Now, you'll notice that the pikemen will stack up. The most I've ever seen them stack is 4 to a wall. And that way, when one pikeman, his pike degrades and breaks, the next in the row will step up. So you don't actually have any downtime with pikeman defense, but you might cycle through a couple of pikemen in a particularly large horde. I've not known the hordes be big enough for you to go through all 4, but it's certainly a possibility. The griffin will massively reduce the amount of wear and tear on pikemen's pikes, as long as you can keep them back from approaching and the pikeman doesn't have to attack, then the pikeman is never going to wear down their weapons. So the griffin is an amazing mount for more than one reason. But there we are. That pikeman did use up a little bit. But generally speaking, from what I've been told on the Dapperdale Discord, people have scienced a little bit. And the overall belief is that you will get around 4 fish a day from a pikeman. So as long as that pikeman survives one day, if you buy him in the morning, if he's recruited in the morning, starts fishing, then by the end of the day, when he goes off to man the defenses, he will have gotten about 4 fish or 4 golds worth of fish, which not only just pays back the cost of his weapon, it pays back the cost of hiring him as a vagrant as well. So you've made money off that pikeman. If he then turns back into a peasant, that's not a bad deal for you, because you can just recruit him from being a peasant. He doesn't degrade all the way back to being a vagrant. He'll just go back to being a peasant. You will make money on the pikeman. And that is why medieval is easy mode. Let's be perfectly honest. Shogun doesn't have any gold farming unit like that, and as a direct result, it is much, much harder to make money during the winter. And as a result as well, during the winter, the stream does slow down a little bit because we are playing Shogun. Takes us something like, I can't remember, like 2 hours to build up an island and get through winter enough that we can leave that island. Whereas almost every other island is done in about 40 minutes to an hour. Winter really drags it out because we just don't have the money to expand. But again, that's why Shogun is hard mode compared to medieval. Now then, I'm not going to buy a... I don't think we're going to buy that. I can't see the sun. This fog is infernal. I cannot see the sun. It is most vexing. How far out do we want to go? We want to push our walls out a little bit. Is there a farm or anything over here that makes it worth our while doing? No. And because I can't see the sun, I'm a little bit cautious about expanding right now. We could just expand in small steps. With this much money, we could probably buy off an entire greed wave if we really wanted to. No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this next wave to come through. As much I'm guilty of feeling a little bit impatient, and that's largely because I'm recording and I don't want to tarry and waste time. But I've got enough gold I could buy off a greed wave right now if I really wanted to, or the vast majority of a greed wave. We will then push out at least up to this hut. Come on, doggo. We will push out to about here, this wall right here, and then we'll start pushing the forest back. Either that, or I could launch an attack immediately following the night's wave. And you know what? Maybe that is what we're going to do. I've got enough money now that I don't need to worry too much. And if we do go and destroy the portal, then we don't need to worry about pushing our walls out and losing or in order to protect our baker. Yes, we've got enough of a group here. I think it stands to reason that we should do that. All right then. No, doggo, get back inside. Back inside, doggo. Please. Please. You are so poorly trained. Oh my lord. There we are. All right. Once again, I'm going to bat back the greed where we can, especially the greeds with the masks, because they can cause us a little bit of trouble. So there we are. At this point, we've already won, and I'm going to launch the attack as soon as this wave is dealt with. There we are. The pikemen are especially good at getting rid of the masks, though, as well. There we go. Right, launch the attack wave. We're going to go and destroy that portal. Let's get out there. We're actually going to launch all three. Sure. This way we can ensure that we do a good chunk of damage quickly, more than anything else. There we go. You did need the gold. Okay. Do you need any more? No. Oh, yes, you do. Very well. Do you want any more? No. I think that's his lot. Very well. Okay, we've got a couple of extra coins to replace some damage if the greed managed to knock your coins out of your hands. But otherwise, you've got quite a hefty tank. We should be able to wipe out whatever exists in this direction. Now then, let's get down here. I'm not gonna get the vagrants as much as I want to. It's very, very tempting, but no. Right, this portal will go down super fast, and then after that, we're gonna be able to hit the port just beyond it. So we've got basically 2 days. We'll allow the blood moon to pass as well, because there's usually a blood moon following a counterattack, and that often catches me off guard. I think, oh, yeah, the counterattack was the blood moon. No, the counterattack was just a retaliatory strike because we destroyed a portal. What comes next is the blood moon, and I'll often have sent my knights out in the middle of a bloody blood moon, and a bloody blood moon, I guess that is kind of appropriate. But it is a little bit vexing when that happens. Now, our archers are not scaled up. In the co-op campaign that I am currently uploading from the stream, we have the archer portal, or rather the archer statue, very early on. So our archers are very powerful. You get a couple of different bonuses from archers once they've got the tower on their side. The first one is that they're super accurate. Now that one is especially useful when dealing with the attacks that come at night. because they will drive their arrows at just the perfect arc. You'll often see right now the arrows will glance off the battlements and will just fly off at an awkward angle, or will just bounce backwards in some cases. That stops happening once the archers are accurate. They learn how to properly aim high trajectory shots. They are devastatingly accurate against enemies at the walls. The second thing that helps is that they fire faster. I believe they may even do more damage. That part I am really not certain on, though, so don't quote me on that. But suffice it to say, archers become exceedingly more dangerous when you've managed to pop a bit of the gems down to unlock their shrine. So it should probably be one of the first shrines you unlock. If you can earmark your first 4 gems to unlock that, you'd probably be doing yourself a massive favor. Thank you. Don't want any money off you, banker. I want you to continue stacking up that gold in the bank. We're planning for the future here. Let me go and see if my people on the eastern border have got any coins. Now, hopefully none of our knights die on the way back. It can sometimes happen if they've got a long way to travel before they get back to the walls, because they'll be intercepted by their retaliatory wave, which does suck. Okay, we've lost 2 pikemen over here by the looks of it. Ooh, lots of badness. Let's drive you back. Nope, stay away, because this wall will fall very soon. I'm going to have to be very active in the defense here. Go ahead, eat. There we go. Now you can drive them back. There we are. Come on, archers. Do your job. We've got a couple of masks, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem, especially if I can keep the griffin driving them back. There we go. One of the strongest masks has been disabled. Now there's only 2 masks. 1 mask. No masks, but still 2 greed. There we go. That was much closer than I would have liked. That was frighteningly close. We've got a new pikeman. So yeah, the pikemen, we lost 2 pikemen on this side. Their weapons broke down. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and get this upgraded. If we can, let's get that tower fully upgraded so we've got 2 archers on this side shooting the greed in the back. That would be a big help. Furthermore, let's go ahead and get a catapult on this side as well. There we go. That will help out. Now we're going to need a little bit more coins to upgrade this tower a little bit better, but it'll be a higher tower that'll have a little bit better firing range, so hopefully that will work out. But I do want to go and find some coins. I think we need 6, or it might be 8 to get that new tower set up. Thank you. One of the pikemen managed to grab some gold, and you happen to walk past. Have you got any gold from the pikeman? No. No, you do not. Rightio. Well, we need to get you out there. Thank you. Always keep a little bit of money to send the merchant back out. That's why we're on this island. Specifically, we came back here because there would be the means for us to get some extra cash. I'm going to let my banker continue, though. I don't want to take any money out of the bank just yet. Now, let's go and see if the pikemen over here... If you can get enough pikemen, then... honestly, you will have a full coin purse every single day. As people just wander around your area, they will just be picking up the gold that the pikemen are dropping frequently, and that will be a massive boon for you. Right, we're going to leave it another day, though. We're not going to push out again. I'm a little bit concerned that we need some more builders, though. I'm not seeing the sort of builders that I would like. Sometimes getting a catapult, even on a side that you know you're about to win, is a good idea, simply because if you do that, then the builders will always be close by. In the day, they'll leave the catapult in order to go and repair the walls. So you're guaranteeing you're going to have some nearby builders. We are going to put all of that money into pikemen. They will, in turn, drive our economy for a little bit. It was a bit of a shame to have lost so many over on the east side there, but we've managed to get there in time. It was good that we went and looked, though. It was very good that we decided to go and double check, because if we hadn't, yeah, that would have been bad. Because it's actually quite a ways for our people to travel back before they get to a secure location. Yeah, we've got all of the builders on this side. Okay, that's not good, but they will balance out later on. How much do you need? Oof, yeah, you need 9. Okay, that's going to be a bit rough. Now then, let's have a quick look at the day. Oh, it's day 55. Right. We've got a little bit of a ways to go. Every 16 days, the season will change. So winter is going to be here until day 64. So we've got another 9 days that we need to go before winter is past. But if we can get enough money together, then we will go to Island 4 ahead of time. We won't wait until winter is completely over. As long as it's close enough to being over, then I'll be content to make the move. Right, we need a little bit more money now, not specifically to build up anything, but to be able to pay our knights to launch the attack. I would like to send all 3 knights. I suspect that given the distance they're going to have to travel, that one of our groups of knights will possibly die. This is where expanding out the walls helps, because the reason why I worry that they may die is that we may be on the march come time that the portal will have sent out the next attack wave. What you'll find is that the portals will send the attack waves at such a pace that they will arrive at nightfall. So, if the portal is very, very far away, it's going to be sending its attack wave like midday. The attack wave will start. It'll just take, half a day to reach your walls. So if you push your walls out, you delay when that next attack wave is going to trigger. So it's worth noting that the portals don't launch at night. They simply arrive at night, and they plan for that. Right, that's enough money for me to be able to top up my knights' buffs. So let's try and rejoin them at the portal. If they are successful in taking out that portal, we no longer need any kind of defense over on this side. So hopefully that will work out for us. We'll have a see how that goes. Ooh, an extra coin wouldn't go amiss, actually. Well, thinking about it, the builder's going to be able to grab that, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let's go. It's still snowy. Again, 9 days. It's quite a long while in game. I've not actually sat still and counted how long that is. Actually, since we've got so much coin, let's go ahead and push this forest back a little bit. There we go. But we're not going to push it back any further. Not that we could, really. We might be able to dig it back from the other side, but we'll have to see. But I've not actually sat down and timed how long a day takes to pass in-game. Perhaps I should. But if you happen to know in the comments, then do please share your knowledge with me. It'd be quite useful to know how long 9 days is in real time. Now, we should be at the docks straight away. Fantastic. I don't know if any of my knights have lost money. Go away. You definitely lost a coin there. Can we get you a coin? There we go. Do you need any more? No, you're good. Alright. Perfect. It wasn't actually as far away as I had worried. So I'm glad I didn't end up building up the walls. Though honestly, that was luck. It worked out for us. Not judgment. The smartest thing to have done in that situation would have been to do a scout by myself. Find out how far they had to travel. Seeing that it was very little further away than the last portal we cracked, and then send out the attack wave, rather than debating over expanding the walls blindly. There was no reason why I should have been doing that without information. Knowledge is power, and I have all of the means to gather this knowledge, so really, if I don't, it's my own silly fault. No, you are a little bit stronger than I would like. No, stay back. Okay, we're getting an actual nightly spawn now. This is going to be troubling. Stay back. Dropping a coin for you. As long as we are on the ball quickly. Get yourself some noms. Right, guys. They will attack us. That was unfortunate. Archers? No, archers? No. No. Take the coin. Take the coin. Oh, no. 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 Thank you, Archer. Archer just saved Doggo's life. Best Archer. Best Archer. Oh, my lord. I was happy to sacrifice a gem to save my dog there. Didn't need to. I want to knight you. I would happily have you as my son. You know what? I'm the king. I make the rules. You don't need to be my son to inherit my crown. This guy's going to be the next king. It's the law now. I don't actually need to put it in law. I just need to say it. Maybe I'll codify it just in case some annoying government comes along and starts curtailing my power. But it will be codified. My lord, save my dog. I'm not going to be completely crazy. I'm not going to like say my dog inherits the kingdom. There's loving your dog and then there's being stupid. But, wow. This is amazing. Not only has someone saved my dog, but we've also laid the train tracks for a system of government that isn't me, but will still respect my royal decrees. This is amazing. This is how real kingdoms are formed and become long-lasting, and then eventually turn into empires, then claim like 1/5 of the entire planet, and then eventually lose it all, like a flan deflating in the cupboard. Actually, our future isn't as bright as I'd hoped. We probably need to codify some laws that will ensure that our kingdom does not deflate like a flan in the cupboard later on. I'll think about it. Okay, well, with that, all we need now is a bunch of money. Unfortunately, we missed the merchant call there, but now we just need some cash to be able to build up the lighthouse. That was amazing. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm significantly more happy that my dog was almost kidnapped and then saved than I would have been had my dog just not been on the verge of being kidnapped. I'm not sure that that's how it's meant to work. Thinking about it, I think that may actually be a little bit back to front, topsy-turvy. What I would like to do, though, is get down a portal so that I can fast travel from one side of the kingdom to the other, because that is taking me way too long to do. We're going to have to drop it, and we can drop it more or less anywhere outside the walls now. There. I picked the one spot that I couldn't put it. Why do I suck so bad at this game? I needed to drop it here. That would have been a good spot, because obviously I would have been able to travel to the other side reasonably fast. Those pikemen on that side now will never lose their weapons, so they will just constantly generate us cash. Maybe I should invest a little bit more in pikemen then, given that, because they will share the sides of the kingdom, and we've got a lot of potential pikemen here. So sure, let's invest in some more pikemen. Go ahead. We've got another 4, possibly 5, 6, maybe. You know what, banker? I am going to take out a bit of the investment money I gave you. Let's get some more pikemen going. 2, 3, and another one as well. We're going to put it all in there. There we are. Marvelous. There's going to be so much fishing. Just don't overfish, please. That's the last thing we need. No deer will spawn. No rabbits will spawn. Farms cannot be farmed in the winter. The last thing I need you to do is fish my my river to the point where all the fish are depleted, and then we have literally no way of making money except the banker. That would suck. There we go. Anyone else managed to pick up some gold from the pikeman? Come on, I know some of you must. No? Not a single one? Okay. Oh dear. I've made a silly. It's night time. We are probably going to be attacked by the greed. Nevertheless, I'm going to be super aggressive, and I'm going to try this anyway. Quickly, and about there. Ha! Did it. The greed can absolutely still take you out while you're in the process of trying to teleport. And I had 2 gems. The only thing I was going to lose there was my gems and then my crown. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't work. It didn't end up too bad for me. But that absolutely could. Once again, another example of doing something stupid that I didn't need to do. But what's a let's play without a little bit of drama, eh? Thank you very much. That's another pikeman. Let's go and get you going. There we go. Marvelous. There we are. Need more and more and more and more pikemen. All of the pikemen all of the time, please. And the nice thing is the pikemen will wander very actively in the day. So there's all sorts of people who will end up picking up the coins. I'm just going to wait for daytime. I really wish I could see the sun. Man, that's cool. You know, when you can see the sun. Tell the time. In a game which is very, very heavily connected to time. Such a useful ability when you think about it. Thank you. Very, very nicely. Right. Okay, any more fish over here? No. I don't know why I slowed down for the pikemen. They can never carry coins. Which is just as well, I suppose. It would be way too easy if they grab the coins themselves. Because the coins will despawn after about, I think it's something like 30 seconds unless you drop it, in which case it's 60. I could be wrong about that, though. Did the portal disappear? Oh, it must have. It must only hang around for a few seconds. Ah, I thought it hung around for a while. That's a bit of a shame. I was certain that the portal hung around for a bit. Ah, well. The more you know. I've easily got enough coins now, though, to make the portal permanent. So I will actually get that portal laid. Travel back. Immediately slate it for construction. And then we're sorted. Being able to travel from one side of the kingdom is useful even after you've gotten to the point that you no longer need to protect one side, simply because one side will still be generating cash for you, more than likely. So you do want a way to move between the front lines on either side. At this point, I'm actually going to grab 2 more peasants. I think we actually need them. There we are. Pikemen, you are doing a fantastic job. Well done, you. How about the pikemen all the way on this side? You doing alright? Hopefully. Maybe. Yes. No. Well, okay then. Once again, going to be super reckless. This time I've got loads of coins that I can just abandon, though. So it's fine. Right, let's get all the way over to the other side. As fast as we can, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Portal built. There we are. Any coins over here? I thought there were quite a few that I saw. There we go, just over here. Marvellous. Alright, with that, we should be able to go and get the first level of the portal, of the docks built. We're just going to run over there for now. I could actually get a couple of trees being chopped as well, if I particularly wanted to. But honestly, at this point, I don't think there's a need. That farm is in a brilliant location. That tree would get us 2. Some trees will get you more than others. The thinner, more spindly trees will get you 1 coin. They'll basically return the coin that you spent chopping it. But the thicker, stubbier trees will generate enough lumber to get you 2 coins. So they'll actually grow your income. Right, let's pop you down right there. And I'm fairly certain we do not have enough to get the other one done. So I could build a portal so I could be lazy and just teleport back. Or I could spend my coins getting a little bit of extra coin from these stubby trees, of which there are 2 right here, and I can't grab that one, unfortunately. Oh well. No, I think we'll just walk back. We'll gather some money. We'll use my portal, though not at night. Never use a portal that leads outside at night, for obvious reasons. You don't know that the attack wave has been defeated on the other side. You might be portaling right behind enemy lines. And the problem with that is you have nowhere to escape to. They'll just drive you to the edge of the map and then kill you. So yeah, we'll forgo it for now unless it announces that the day is over, the new day has begun. Right, there, like that. In which case, 2 gold. Whomp. Perfect. Go ahead. Teleporting in his hungry work. There we are. Marvellous. Right. Have we got any cash? Any cash? We've got 1 cash. No? No more cash? I didn't even make back the money I spent getting over here. Well, that's just rubbish. Oh, well. On the plus side, we'll at least be walking back through the area where there is likely to be gold dropped by the pikemen who are walking around. Every wall in your kingdom, by the way, whilst the pikemen will give priority to the outermost walls, once there's 4 pikemen there, they'll start congregating at the other walls as well, moving inwards from your outermost, the front lines, basically, until you get to a point where you have the full complement of 4 pikemen on every wall. And then the others, I don't know what happens. They might just congregate around the middle. I've never had that many pikemen in one go to find out. But I think this should be enough money for us to get the stone lighthouse. And at that point, it's basically just waiting until we've got enough money to launch the boat. Now, the thing with launching the boat is we've got to repair the entire thing. Honestly, that could easily take us the 9 days. It's very expensive work, that. It could easily take us the 9 days to get all of that done. I hope not, but, well, we've got to prepare for the reality of it. If it does, don't worry, we'll be skipping time. You don't need to suffer through that with me. I'm happy to suffer that alone. But what day is it now? Actually, yeah, we're only on we're on 59. So we've got 5 more days to go. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So it might not take us that long to get to spring, and once we get to spring, lots of money will start being ours for the taking. I'll just grab these little bits of coin here as well. I don't want to risk starting that building without having enough money to guarantee finishing it, and I'll show you why in just a moment. We'll just collect these coins here. Oh, is that one only worth 1? Oh, okay. But if you have a look at the where the coins are, some of them are over the side of the docks. And if you try to build this and fail to put all of the coins in and just let them drop, yeah, they'll fall off and into the water, and you've got no chance of collecting them, and it sucks so much. But there we go. We've upgraded the lighthouse. There really isn't a need for us to go to the effort of building that portal there. It would expedite us moving back. On the plus side, we could get a farm out here. But if we were to do that, actually building the portal there would be a bad move because it would take up some of the room that the farms could be built on. So, sure, I'm going to dictate that this portal be built. And then later on, we'll put the paired portal just outside the portal that we've already got. The paired portal that we've already got on the western side. And that way you could piggyback. You could just hop between one portal and the next. Got any money? You do. Well, in that case, drive this forest back a little bit more. Excellent. Okay, we're making some additional progress. Have you got any cash? You do. Marvelous. Let's continue to drive this wall back. We shouldn't need to go and help out on the eastern borders, I should imagine. We'll have to see. I'm going to head over there, but we shouldn't need to worry about that for now. No, you've got no money. Fair enough. Okay then, well, at this point, it's going to be the long road to earning enough money to not only rebuild the boat, which is going to take us quite some time, but also to launch the knights who are going to have to board the boat. I believe the boat can only take 3 knights, and since that wall has already got 3 knights, I'm not even going to need to buy an extra knight. So that should work out, or squire at this point, because they are just squires for the time being. But eventually, ooh, well done. You know what? You become a pikeman then. Have any of the other peasants got any coins? Because if so, I would happily accept them. I'm going to let the bank continue to build up its interest for a little while. I hadn't sent off the merchant. What a derp I am. Oh well. But for now, I'm just going to be focusing on getting some money, and I will bring you back if there is something interesting to report, or when we're ready to leave the island. Excuse me. Excuse me, I saw you pick up that coin. You! How dare you! I'm the king! I demand my taxes! Oh my god, my peasants. This is what happens when you start talking about government! Oh, it's already begun. I'm gonna have to start stationing a patrol underneath my palace, make sure no one gets a bright idea and starts inventing gunpowder or something. Spring is back, everyone, and we have large roving bands of pikemen that are soon to be replaced by large groups of archers. Our archers, that is, our hunters, aren't very numerous at all, and we haven't even begun to work on the boat, unfortunately. But it is spring, and so all of the deer are instantly back. The sun is shining, looking down upon us benevolently, hopefully. And slowly, the grass is growing out again. Now, once the grass is... there's enough grass, and the central part will grow a thicket, and then we'll start seeing a bunch of rabbits show up. Ah, the farms are ready to be built. Ah, good times are these. Very, very, very good times indeed. We do have another farm all the way out here, but honestly that farm is already going to be annoying enough for me to have to travel to in order to gather money, unless I do one little thing, and that is go all the way out here. Oh, well, the portal's already built, so I've not got enough cash on me just yet, but I could drop this portal off right down here next to the other portal, and thereby having myself 2 piggy banking portals. So right there. Is that good enough? It kind of is, but I need Just a little bit more money. Like 1 more monies. Please deliver unto me 1 monies. There we go. 1 money acquired. Let's go and get that piggyback portal built. Here we are. Oh, wait. No, I thought... poop. I thought I had 8 coins. No, I do not. I have 6. I need 2 more monies. Your king can't count. Shush. Hello, Hunter. Have you got any cash? You got 1. I need 1 money now. So we've gone back around to me counting correctly. Oh, there we are. There's 2. We've got 1 to spare as well. How marvellous is this? Right. Okay, so... assuming that portal is still there, which it hopefully is, then we should be able to get a return portal. And then we'll go ahead and develop that farm far, far out there. The farmers are already on their way. Or they should be, at the very least. Thank you. Let's go and see if I can get this sorted out. Is it still there? Well, drat. It is not. But you've got enough money to make it work. Okay, never mind then. We'll go and get that all sorted. There we are. The thickets are starting to come back. We've got rabbits. Oh, it's going to be grand. This particular farm will do nicely because we'll be able to have multiple farmers next to it. Now, as far as I'm aware, it is just a bug that the ranch, the stable, doesn't allow you to have multiple farmers there, as the other farms do. And that will hopefully be addressed in the next patch. But for now, we need other farms as well to actually get a decent return on our farming investment. There we go. Now let's get this proper piggyback setup done, so we can hop over here with just 2 portal uses from the very westernmost to the very easternmost part of the kingdom. There we go. Perfect. I love it. And we're on the next day. Fantastic. Right, we're starting to get a couple of archers at each location now. It's going to take a little while for the grass to grow out enough that it'll help us, but we're also making sure to replace our pikemen as a matter of high priority as it happens, just because they're making us so much money. Let's drop these down. I always keep that up to 4 because we do go through pikemen. They do get used up, as it were. This side is primarily recruiting us more archers. The other side is primarily recruiting us pikemen. If I had a bakery, then it would be even easier to get all of this done. Though, I feel the bakery sometimes makes it a little bit too easy. In a way, it takes away a lot of your activities. So instead of moving around, investigating your kingdom. In a way, this reminds me of my parents' philosophy. They used to keep rabbits quite a lot, actually. They used to show them. At one point, there was like 120 rabbits they had, which was a testament to just how much of the garden got taken up by rabbits' hutches and rabbits' runs, because my parents were very strict believers that rabbits and in fact any animal shouldn't be in a tiny like hutch. Even hamsters that we kept as kids had to have like massive mansions compared to the sort of cages you would buy in a pet store. And thankfully my father was a carpenter, so he built all of the hutches and the runs, so there was like, you know, ridiculous amounts of room. Like they'd be something like 4 foot square for the kind of like bedding down part, and then a massive run as well. So the fact they had so many rabbits was kind of crazy when I think back to it. But lots of their friends who were also showed rabbit and had large amount of rabbits would build ingenious little auto feeding or auto watering systems. And my father, well capable of doing something like that, would say no to it. And I often wondered why, and he explained that, well, if he had an automated system for watering the rabbits, because that was really the time-consuming part of it. The feeding part was easy enough. But it would discourage him from spending time with the rabbits. He might overlook things. Like they would be able to tell if a rabbit was sick before it started displaying any symptoms, because its personality would change. It wouldn't be as lively, or it might not come to the front of the cage to investigate, or some of them had extremely developed personalities. Oliver would get very, very frustrated. My mother wouldn't nuzzle it, and he would start thumping his foot in display of his great displeasure that he wasn't getting nuzzled. And he would keep doing it. He would ignore his food until you came back to him to nuzzle him. He was quite a character, that one. But those sorts of things would be easily overlooked if they automated the process. They wouldn't be so much caring for pets, they would just be keeping animals. And in the same way, having the baker gives you a reason not to walk around your kingdom. I know there's a bit of a long anecdote there to explain that, but by having a need to wander the kingdom, I'm checking on the kingdom. I notice things that might go wrong. I'm collecting money from my peasants. I'm dipping by the various border walls and making sure that everything is going smoothly, so on and so forth. I wouldn't necessarily be doing that if... also, that was a really silly thing to have just done. But I wouldn't necessarily be doing that if I didn't have to wander out in order to pick up more peasants. So, as much as the baker is useful, it does make the game a little bit more boring because all of a sudden you will spend more time just sat at the camp, not wanting to waste any of your bread. So you're constantly looking out for any vagrants who are wandering towards it, so that you can intercept them and hire them before they eat the bread. And in addition, you become quite sedentary in your management of the kingdom. And I don't really enjoy the gameplay in that particular style as much. If you do, more power to you. You'll probably have much less stressful time. But me, no, I like to get out there. I like to visit my people. Let them see the king. It doesn't do for them not to see their monarch. No. There we go. That is wonderful. Have you got any cash? No, that's fine though. But it looks like we are about ready to make a move. What day is it? It is day 66. Not bad. Not bad. We're 2 days into spring. Now, I guess I should at this point get some more farmers. I believe we had 3 or 4 at the center of the of our kingdom. Have any of the farmers actually gone out there yet? Let me go and have a quick gander. Womp. Now then, any farmers out here? Oh, I should actually build this farm up, I suppose. This will also give me an opportunity to hire the vagrants who are very, very far out here. I mean, the baker does have an extreme use. It is very, very useful if you've got vagrants who are very far away. But honestly, you can just use portals to reduce the running around involved in that. The other big thing that is good for the baker, and this is honestly why I keep the baker around, is that the baker will allow you to recruit vagrants from beyond the portals without risking yourself, or more importantly, your doggo. Because honestly, you can get past portals, you just need to take a bag full of gold so that you can buy them off if they decide to spawn because of your proximity. But if you've got a dog with you, it's even if you've dropped loads of coins around the portal, you could just be that unlucky that just as the dog was walking past the very spot where the few pixels of width where the greed actually spawned from, and that's when the greed spawns. So they go straight past, they don't even get any of your coins, they just take your dog straight away. GG no re. That would be awful. So in that instance, the baker is amazing because it allows you to recruit from beyond the portals without ever risking yourself. Because it isn't even a case that when we go out beyond a portal and hire someone, that person still has to walk past the portal themselves. And they can still be intercepted by the greed, and that gold coin can still be stolen from them. But if the vagrant walks to you, the vagrant has nothing for the greed to take, so it's no risk. I mean, I doubt it's very pleasant for the vagrant, I'll be perfectly honest, but my dog isn't at risk, and that's the most important thing to me. We've already covered this. Right, let's have a look. Have we got any cash over here? Have my hunters been particularly good? Yes, they have been. Thank you, everyone. The boat is almost ready to launch, and I think we are pretty much ready to launch it. I'm just going to do a final sweep of the kingdom. We can consider this a quick once-over. We're gonna have a look at all of the wonderful things that we've set up. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and launch the boat so the builders have time to push it over to the docks, and the archers have time to mount up before... okay, so a bunch of the pikemen are just chilling out there. Okay, good to know. Very good to know. You're just chilling out there too. Awesomely good to know. Let's go ahead and restock that there. We are going to need more farmers though, so let me go ahead and drop at least 2 scythes here. I hadn't sent the merchant off. Oh, what a fool I am. What a silly sausage. Oh, well. Right, 2 vagrants here. Come along, join the kingdom. We've got some farmer jobs for you just waiting down there. Have you picked up any coins from wandering pikemen? No, you have not. Okay. How about everyone over here? Are we doing okay? Yes, we are. Marvelous. Okay, and upgrading this so that we had 2 archers in here. Wow, that has made a difference. That has made an enormous, enormous difference to things. But as you can see there, my hunter is just being a derp. Just blinking his arrows off the wall. If you upgrade your archers, that is all archers. Not just the archers with your knights, and not just your hunters. It upgrades all of them. It includes the people in the towers. Anyone who fires a bow is now more accurate with it. I do not know if it affects ballista, because you need the archer sage in order to build ballista. So, you know, there's certainly a case to be made that it should, but we'll see. I'll actually going to take out some of the investment. Thank you. I would like to... Ooh, dropped a little bit there. Sorry. Let me just collect that. In fact, let me drop some more. There you go. You can pop that back in the bank. I don't need all of that. In fact, let's get some more pikemen going as well. There we are. I will actually pop back to the dude in a moment. What's that? Oh, it's a wall. It's a wall just behind the boat. I'm going to have to make sure that I don't accidentally trigger that one. But I'm actually a little bit pleased that we're going to be going to the 4th island. And we're finally going to be able to get some of the new technology, having fully passed through winter. So it's going to be a reasonably smooth start for us, I should imagine. Let me just go and see if any of the hunters out here have any... Oh, there are no hunters out there. Oh, of course, yes, a bunch of archers just got recruited and are on the boat right now. Given that, then, I might want to double check, make sure... should I emphasize this? Yes... No. No. You're worth it too much for me. Way too much. I would feel really, really awful if the rancher came along and not the baker. I'd feel bad if one was left behind full stop, but I'd be especially bad if it's the one that I actually feel is the most functional of the two. Right, I'm going to need to go and grab a little bit more money from the banker then. The banker will be fine. It'll just continually generate income. Though I don't know if that happens when you're not here. That is a good point, actually. I don't know. Banker. Ooh, there's a bunch of coins over here. I'll take those. Could I have a final payout? Thank you very much. The rest is yours. Keep the kingdom going steady for me. Thank you. We'll make sure that none of my peasants feel economic strife, because that is going to drastically reduce their likelihood of inventing gunpowder so that they can eventually, you know, stuff the beneath of my palace full of it. Because they haven't got a parliamentary building to do it to, so they're going to go for my palace. It makes sense, okay? But there we are. And here comes the sage. Once we've got 3 sages, then we'll automatically for science it, basically, at that point. There's no way of me not for sciencing it. There we are. Not too bad at all. Day 67, and we're off to Island 4 at long last. Oh, can I? What? Really? Oh, there we are. That was very confusing for a moment. I thought maybe you could only go to the island neighboring the one you were on, but no. We can go to Island 4 now, and that is where we're going. Ah, good times. Right. Now, we've got a sage on our back. We need to get the kingdom built up enough that the sages are protected. That means getting rid of these trees so that we can expand out these borders at the very least to that point. Okay, that's good. Get to work, please, builders. Bring me the coins as soon as you can. Okay, let's get the kingdom set up. There we go. Let's get... have I got any coins to drop for you? I do. Go ahead, grab the coins. There we are. We want to push out our borders as far as we can in this direction as well. Get some walls up. Do a little bit of exploring. I've got a bloody sage on my back, and that makes me incredibly nervous. But oh well. Right, so we've got... We are going to have 3 portals this time around. Ooh, this is the night sage, so we'll be able to get some more knights. Where's the nearest portal? We could drive our borders all the way out here if we particularly wanted to. Okay, that's good to know. I'm not going to start that work yet. We're going to keep the kingdom close for now. Go ahead, grab some food. But we will be pushing out the borders as quickly as we can. I am probably not going to use my gems to unlock that sage. I'm going to be saving these gems for a very, very specific mount that we should come across on this island. Right, we've got a wall there we can expand. Let's get that going. Chop, chop, people. Chop, chop. We are going to want plenty of money. Oh, what? Really? Plenty of money over here. Let's get that going. There we are. We're also going to want any cash you've got over on this side. Have you got any cash yet? No? Well, that is not good. Because we need better walls. Ooh, if I'd realized that, I would not have invested all of that money in upgrading that tent quite as far as I have. Any cash? Oh, fantastic, you do. Okay, good. We need this at least up to the second level of wood walls as quickly as you can, folks. We have not got time to waste on this. Has this wall been built? Yes, it has. Let's get it up to the second level then as well. Let's go for that. And I'm going to invest a little bit more in driving back that wall. Now then, at the moment, where is the sage? The sage is over here by the archers. That's perfectly fine for you. Perfectly fine. I'm okay with you being there. We are going to need some more actual archers, though, because we've got very few actual archers. We've got lots of archers. Sorry, when I say actual archers, I mean hunters. I mean to say hunters. Could my builder fortify that wall? Would be great if you could, because that basically makes it as strong as stone. Come on, back here. Ah, there we are. Phew. It is being done. We've got 2 of the knights on this side. Now, see, in the original game, you could have 4. You could have 4, or was it always 3? I know that. Well, I believe you could end up with enough knights on one side. Sorry, on the boat that you'd have 2 knights on each side starting out, and that way, once you paid for the 2 additional knights that you can get on any side, you'd end up with 4 knights on each side. That was the maximum that you could get. I don't know if I'm just misremembering that, though. I can't remember. Now, we're going to guard this side specifically, because this is the side with the least amount of firepower over here. There we go. Well done, my archers. Okay, well, I think that should be it. How's this side holding up? We need to get those walls up to second tier stone as fast as we can. Once we've done that, I will be content. If we can push out the borders enough to get... Oh, yeah, you go ahead, get back. Hopefully, the greed haven't. The greed attack wave has already worked out on this side. And the baker will go inside and will stay inside, more to the point. I might even just drive this wall out if I have to, in order to ensure that. Could you drop off your coin? Maybe? Oh, 2 coins there. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and just push this out. If we can get a distant tower beyond our walls, then it means that our units will have a little bit of extra time that they can assault the enemy. Okay, you're just hanging around in here, and that is way too close to the borders for my liking. So we're actually going to invest money in upgrading that wall. It's a silly investment to make. It's not a good investment. It really isn't. But it will prevent our baker from being stupid and getting himself lost. And that would make me extremely unhappy. The other thing we could do is we could rush an upgraded wall. See, you're even outside over on this side. Why are you so intent on dying, you silly baker? You know what we can do? Until I've got enough money, you're coming back with me. I'm just gonna have to ride around with you on my back. Unlike this sage, who's clever and decided, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to go near the walls. That seems dumb. That seems like a really good way of getting myself killed. I'm going to stay over here, because I choose life. I like that, sage. You, however, my lord, I'm the babysitter baker. Oh, well, things the king has to do, but that's going to be it for this episode. In the next, we're going to continue expanding this place out. We do not have a merchant again. So we need to expand out enough of the tree line to allow our hunters to start bringing in a decent bit of money each day. That is going to be a very high priority for us. We also need to upgrade this wall quite drastically. Hopefully this is enough ground. Yeah, this should be plenty enough ground for us to get quite a few thickets for our hunters to bring in some cash on that side. So it shouldn't be too bad. If we can rush our keep up to the stone level so that we can get some pikemen, that will also help. But we're going to have to see how much of that we can do in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me for this one, though, and I will see you in the next. But until then, do take care.